Hey, welcome back to the Murrayverse. I'm Marie, and today I'll be talking about shopping. Shopping for stuff, like food or items. When it comes to shopping for stuff, you can go to multiple different stores. For example, there's Daiso, which is pretty much like a Dollar Tree. Everything is 100 yen. There's also 100 yen shops. You can shop there for cheap things, but you can get some pretty good things there. There's a section for everything, including housewares. Yes, they'll be like a little lower quality, but most of my stuff that I've gotten hasn't even broken except for my broom. The type where you like pull it out. Yeah, that's the only thing that's broken on me so far, and I have quite a bit of stuff from Daiso. The next one that I have here is Nitori, where you can get furniture, lots and lots of furniture. It can be some higher end stuff, but it is worth it. There's also cheaper options, but if the cheapest would be Daiso. I wouldn't recommend getting furniture from Daiso though, because like I said, it can easily break. Next, I have Konan. Konan is a store where you can get many different things. It has multiple levels, multiple floors, and you can get packaged food there. I have never bought like cold food there, and I would not recommend to do so. I would not recommend to do so. It's more like a storage house type of place where you can buy things in bulk, kind of like Sam's Club. There's actually Costco here too, so you can buy things in bulk there, and it's way cheaper. Highly recommend. I haven't been yet, but I plan to go. I heard some very good things. Then, if you go to Super Second Street, you can get secondhand furniture from there. So, mainly, this whole list is about furniture. So you got Daiso, you got Nitori, Konan, Super Second Street. If you need furniture, when you come here, you can go to any of those places, any of them, and it'll work out. The cheapest one is Daiso, but they might break. Super Second Street is second if you're okay with secondhand things. They also might break though, which is not the most convenient situation for your furniture. If you want some sturdy, durable stuff and you got a little extra cash, then you can go to Nitori and get everything you need. Konan also very good for getting everything you need, and it's more of a middle ground for prices. Now let's talk about food shopping. I mentioned earlier that you can go to Konbini and you can get food from there. That is maybe the second most expensive place where you can buy food. If you're having a time where you're running low on like seasonings or some specific ingredient, not rice. You are not getting rice from no Konbini. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go to a proper store for that. But if you need a pre-made meal, you can get that at the Konbini, and it'll be cheaper than going out to a restaurant to eat. Then again, you can go to stores like grocery stores. You can go to mall like stores. There's like Fresta and Yumitown and Aeon Mall where you can get groceries. Most times, each one of these places have fresh groceries that you can go and buy so you can cook something at home. And they're all over the place unless you live in the countryside. So, those are good places to buy food. It's very important to be extra careful where you buy your groceries from. If you have a store that's very close to you and you're okay with those prices, definitely check them out first. You're okay with those prices? Go ahead, buy your groceries from there. But when I first moved here, the closest store to me was a Fresta, and I had no idea that it is so expensive to buy groceries there. Of course, still cheaper than Konbini and still cheaper than eating out, but it's not really saving that much money in comparison to just buying a ready-made meal. If I want to buy groceries so that I can make a meal, then I have to find a grocery store that's selling things for pretty good prices. Like I've been to another store that's called a Co-op, a bit cheaper than Fresta, but most things are around the same range. The Aeon grocery stores, which are called Aeon the Big, is very good for getting groceries. There are many, many more. You'll have to check in your area, see what the prices are, and then you'll be able to evaluate from there. But at the same time, you don't want to be hopping on a bus with all your groceries melting in your bag. So the closest but also most convenient grocery store is the one you should go to. It's a walking place, so you might need to walk. But if you have a bike that also works well, I know many people who ride their bikes with their groceries. Okay, I knew one.
Huh?
They don't do that anymore though.
Huh?
So, you know, it's up to you. Make the best decision. Definitely don't buy groceries from the combini every day. Don't buy the ready-made meals from the combini every day. Don't get fast food every day. I fell into that trap. I was getting, what was it called? Not Coco's Curry House. It was something like that. But I ended up getting curry every day because it was like coming from America to here. It was like, oh my God, I can afford food. I can afford food, and there's so much I couldn't eat. And now I'm trying to cut and everything because when you're eating that fast food every day, I'm talking, I came home from work. Oh, let me drop my stuff off, go over to the restaurant, grab something to take away. Horomoto. Horomoto. That's where I used to go. Or Hokomoto. Hokomoto. It has two different names. I would go every single day during the week, maybe once on the weekends, and maybe sometimes go to the combini. Not good. You're gonna run up all your yen.
お金がないよ。
And best believe when you're working here, you need to spend wisely because transferring your American currency over into yen, it's not going to happen anymore if you're staying here on a regular. Where's that American currency coming from? Unless unless you got a business in America at the same time or get some sort of funds coming in from America at the same time. In which case, hey, you you're balling over here. You're pretty much balling. It's like if you had $1 in the States, that gives you 150 yen over here. So you do what you will with that information. You're gonna need to really budget on them little yens you got, because I'm telling you, they don't carry you as far as you want to go after a while, especially not right now because they're trying to rise the worth of the yen because it's been falling like mad. So stuff prices are going up, especially for transportation. But I'm not going to go too much into that in this video, but prices are going up. Thank you so much for watching. If you know anybody who's coming to Japan or who wants to come to Japan or who's already in Japan and they don't know what to do, they need a little assistance when it comes to where to shop, send them this video. Please like and comment if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching again. See ya!